อ Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2020 Quarantine Cup Round 2. The Teams 5 Non-Blakes versus Team 5 MO duking it out. I'm Blake, of the 5 Non-Blakes, actually, funnily enough. I'm casting my own team's game. Really interesting. And I am here with the wonderful, incredible Putty. Putty, how are you?
Good.
We love to hear it, we love to see it, and we love to see this match. I am very, very excited for this match. Obviously, this is my team, and so I know a lot about them. I've gotten to know them very well, and it's a lot of old school players. You've seen Alexi and Dole, both on really popular teams like Velvet Room, and you have seen Real Sparlow and K3 on some very, very popular teams as well that have made it very far in tournaments. So I'm excited to see them play this match. And with 5MO, we saw them believe what I believe to be is a broken record with something insane like 7,000 points on Haunted Forest. So I'm really expecting a great match out of these two teams. What are you feeling with these two teams, buddy?
Yeah, I definitely know the 5 Non-Blakes better because I'm their friend, and but I've also come to know 5MO from like actually the first match that I ever casted, and I think they did a great job. And so I agree with you that I believe it's gonna be a really, really good game. And I'm looking forward to see how these two teams are going to play this Left 4 Dead 1 map out.
Absolutely. Last week was Haunted Forest. That's a little bit different for any team because that is a custom campaign. And I think almost every team in the tournament probably has the most experience with, maps that are actually like official Valve maps. And with that, we are going live. You want to do a quick roster rundown?
Do you want to do the 5 Non-Blakes?
Sure, I can absolutely do that. On 5 Non-Blakes, we have Rails, K3, Dole, and Lexi21. You want to take away 5MO?
And on 5MO, we have Zine, Kiyomi, Sheng, and I actually know how to pronounce his name, but I don't think that'll make any sense to the audiences, so I'm just not going to say it. I'm just going to call him...
Yeah, that's Zoe. And for the first hit from the 5 Non-Blakes on Infected, we have a Jockey, Charger, Smoker, Boomer. Looks like they are set up outside. This Boomer is set up above the survivors currently, and that Smoker is set up on the roof behind them. They are being very patient to sit. They are trying to go in. Oh, it's going to go out on Lewis. It does get quickly cleared. Charger goes in, gets cleared. Boomer does land a 1 boom. Jockey's trying to get on Lewis, and it does get on Lewis for a little bit of damage. So, that's something. It's better than 0. So Smoker is still alive and might try to get a separation while Lewis and is going to get something, but Bill comes back to clear it. Very good job by Zine. And with that, that is pretty much the pit shut down.
Yeah, the survivor team definitely took that hit very well. We did see 4, I think it was 3. Oh, we had another hit coming in, Charger landing on Zai, but Spitter just missed the spit, and we have a Hunter and Smoker on top. Hunter already spawned in, but is not going, and Smoker is setting up on the roof, and we do have tank in the hands of Rails Barlow.
What are we feeling for this? You want to round it over to a 5 non-Blake's war room?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's go.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Let's say, do your thing, kid. You gotta fall off till you can fall off and chill.
Yeah. Hang out.
You won that guy, that in-cap guy, maybe?
Yeah, boom the
Ooh,
in-cap
yeah.
guy.
We're still first pass.
Yeah, I'm playing this as
Fucking-
patiently as we need to. They can't do anything. Just boom the down guy and get another spawn.
Range right here. And I'm just gonna hold this that way.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, let's get out. I can protect this.
They're gonna compromise.
Yeah,
the
I'm going in.
position.
We pounced that guy that's fully separated? Or he got the in-cap? We're good.
Guy's dead.
Fuck.
Dude,
Nice.
he murdered him.
I'm waiting for you.
Just keep playing off this
Going on his
in-cap
guys.
guy. Don't go in. Don't go in yet.
I'm not. I'm just,
Well,
they
yeah,
can't do
we'll
anything. They can't do anything to me here.
There's a comment on him now.
Oh,
He's
he's
dead.
toast.
Sweet.
I'm gonna die fucking here.
Alright, wait for
Really good out, dude.
us to get some spawns.
You ready for this, though?
We can
Fucking
wait.
get
Can't
him. Let's just.
we? Oh no, we
fucking
can't.
get
Yeah,
him.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Pull now.
Nice. Nice. I think you had that guy cornered. Are they blocking?
Oh god.
Alexi, no!
Dude, Jockey is not
Oh,
strong enough.
Alexi, I'm gonna push him.
Hey,
Get ready to grab
hey,
him. When he
boom the in-cap guy.
Fuck
Just
you.
keep playing.
Fuck you. You absolute price of shit. Maybe I should have boomed the end cap guy.
I think he's just gonna run. He is.
Yeah. Nice pull, dude. Oh my god, this fucking laggy charger.
Well, you're a better smoker than Charger.
That's true.
Oh, yes. Alright, Kate, here comes the wall kick of your life.
He just M2'd me.
Oh, dude.
Nice fucking work, boys!
That's a good start.
Nice job.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, after that absolutely insane tank by Rails Barlow. Buddy, what did you think of that?
Oh my god. It was a really good tank by Rails Barlow, just utilizing on that focus separation, that ledging over there, and the infected just went in like right when Rails needed that. And it was really good support. And yeah, Rails was able to get the wipe. It was insane.
You know, I've seen quite a few matches on Dead Air this week. I've casted one, and I don't think that I have seen a tank on Dead Air 1 wipe yet in the tournament. I may have missed that match if it happened. You never know. But that is the first time I've seen this tank wipe so far in the tournament. And what a wipe it was. Like, we saw what I believe to be a smoker pull on Bilgo happen, and he gets ledge hung. I was actually tabbed out trying to move vanille, so I didn't see it. And then we saw Rails able to corner Zoe in a not very good area, and then get that death punch. And after that, he just kind of snowballed that, he played very patiently, and he was able to secure the wipe on the away server. That's huge. That is a great start for the 5 non-Blakes, and for 5MO, that's really worrying. However, this is still the away server, and, you know, we saw 5MO play out of their minds well last week. They scored 7,000 points. I would not count them out of this at all. It is just map 1. let's see how their infected play is. What are you expecting from this tank, Putty? Because I think that was a pretty non-traditional tank for Dead Air 1.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I don't think that tank is very usually that deadly per se, but if the but I would say that this tank is very highly support dependent, and it really depends on how well the support plays out. And yeah, and on the other hand, the survivors can take it really well if they can really shut down the hits and kite the tank around the tables. So yeah, I wouldn't. I'm excited to see how 5MO will play this out as in fact.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of tanks so far choosing to go up on the roof and over the glass and try to drop in the safe room. And I think that's a really good idea. And we can already see a few infected set up on the safe room roof right now, such as the boomer near the safe room. We've got the charger up there, the smoker is up there. I mean, it looks like they may send their whole hit from up top. And I wouldn't be surprised the tank went up there too. Being able to drop into the safe room on the survivors and forcing them out of the safe room and onto the ground just opens up a lot of spawns for the infected first and foremost, and puts the survivors in not as good of a spot as they now have to look in a lot more places for the tank or infected coming. And with that, we are going live. Again, this first hit is a Charger Jockey Smoker Boomer. If you want to take it away, buddy.
Yeah, the first hit is the Charger Smoker Boomer with the Boomer sitting up on top of the greenhouse, but the Boomer did move, and it looks like they're coming in from the roof up there as the survivors are pushing towards the wooden. We have a Boomer on top of the roof where the tank usually goes, and yeah, let's see. Looks like Smoker is gonna spawn in that corner right there. Are they trying to get a death strike?
They may go for it, from what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to set up for a death charge, and I'm not sure Francis is jumping up and down trying to, and the Smoker does go in, gets a pull on Francis, and that was not a death charge, but that was still a lot of damage onto Alexi right there. But overall, a pretty good take for 5 non-Blakes, and the survivors are gonna clear commons and just push holding W across the show point, and looks like Bill is trying to get the tank up. And the tank is up.
We really saw Dole push there to get that tank up in the hands of the Chinese character's band, which is his name now. We do have a Charger and a Smoker up for this cross. Looks like the Smoker is set up down below. He does go for the pull on Zoe, is not able to get it. But we do get a 1-boom going out on Alexi. Charger does charge Zoe inside. So that's 10 damage. No resets and no ledge hangs. But, you know, if I'm 5MO, I'm happy with this free tank damage. We've got 2 people who are at least 4 punches. And then you've got, you know, a little bit of chip damage on Dole. This tank can do a lot of work. If it's played well and the support's good, I'd be happy with this fire now.
Alexi is almost 3 punches, and Reels is 5 punches, and the 2 others, Dole is also 5 punches. But yeah, I would agree. It's a pretty good pre-tank damage. It looks like the survivors are setting up on that thingy, like on the railings over there, but they did left the safe room, so the spawns are up. And the tank looks like it's getting chipped right now, not for too much, but I mean they do have regular Uzis, which does a crazy amount of damage around.
Those things are basically AR-15s, like they're so ridiculously powerful. So we are seeing, you know, a little bit of chip coming out. It looks like the infected are just kind of trying to decide what they want to do. The chip's not enough to really matter, and it looks like our tank is starting to push in. That Boomer has spawned up on the side, is trying to scare the survivors, and K3 gets the pop on the Boomer. That is...
The Boomer actually missed his arc boom, I think. It got blocked by the walls, and the tank is now just trying to, like, on the ladder, trying to get sight on the survivors, but the tank is down to almost 5k HP.
It's now pushing in, trying to get up on that roof desperately. He's taking so much chip for it, though. We do have our Jockey and our Hunter both spawned in. Tank does drop in, trying to get into the safe room. Rails is separated up top. He does get hunted. There's a Charger, a Jockey, and a tank on him as well. Looks like that jockey is going to land on rails in the safe for a lot of damage. Tank tries to cut off Bill, but isn't able to get a charger. Does land on Zoe though. Tank is going to take that. That's all of his support. He's probably going to get this down on K3, but I don't think he's going to get much else aside from this jockey as well. Yes,
And that is a dead tank. It was a really good take from the survivors. They were even though rails were jockeyed in there, the survivor team was able to bait the tank, I would say. Bait the tank out of its hiding place and just kite the tank around the tables perfectly. And that was really good. What do you think, Blake?
Thanks. I owe you.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I'm 5 non-Blakes, I'm happy with that take too. Like, I think, you know, you're on your away server, you have really high ping, you're playing on ping that you're probably not very used to, on a map that is not played all that often. I mean, it's probably pretty often, but not something like Dark Carnival. So, you know, 2 downs on that, I can live with that. They now have the opportunity to make a little bit of bonus and take a lead going into this map too. But with this next hit, we do have a Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, and Charger on a very difficult ladder choke with quite a few death charges. I know I have been death charged from a double bowling death charge up on top. So they have to be very, very cautious here. It's very easy to take a lot of damage. I love that dog in the background.
Let's get up that
I don't know if that's you or Vanille, but we do have that's okay, it's Vanille. We do have Bill climbing up. He's taking the ladder choke. Zoe is now following him. Excuse me. We do have a pull going out on Francis. Does not land for long though. A 2-boom does go out. Charger gets Francis. It's a death charge on Alexi. Oh no!
That was a ledge. That was that was really fast clear right there from the survivors. It was really. Did it stop? No, I don't think so. I think it got.
It barely got cleared. Like, Alexi was going over the edge and got cleared. And that's why Alexi ledged on. That is so lucky.
That was so lucky, but man, what a hit!
I just know Alexi's life flashed before his eyes, and I don't blame him.
We get the 1 boom, Jockey gets N2'd and dies. Boomer gets popped. Smoker trying to get a separation pull right there, but gets nothing. And I think the Smoker is just gonna go respawn. And Survivor's just gonna push out of the building right now, I think.
Looks like they are trying to. They do have that 1 boom horde, which is a surprising amount of horde. And we do have things spawning up now. A pull is going to go out on rails, but Lexi's able to quickly clear it. And that's going to leave a Spitter, Hunter, and Charger up. Hunter and Charger are going in. Charger lands on rails with Spit going down on that as well. And Hunter is able to land on Alexi, so that is a down on rails. He is going to be black and white, and their damage bonus is now completely wiped out.
And with the alarm car forward, Zoe is trying to pick up. Oh, but the smoke does get the smoke, and it's not getting. Oh, it's not getting clear, and they are going to have to. And Spitter, did it miss? No. But the Zoe was able to get the pickup in Spit. And the jockey did went in and got M2, and that is safe room with 123 bonus. I would say that's a really good bonus for the first map, especially on a away game. And I was really, what do you think, Blake? I think that did a really good job handling like horde, which is really difficult. Handling combos is really difficult on high ping, especially.
Oh, for sure. I mean, having played on high ping a couple of times, like, I'm not even as afraid of like the special infected as I am the common infected. Like, sure, tank arms are scary, but when you have 300 ping and you see like 5 zombies running at you at once, I know that in that moment I see God, and I'm afraid of it. So they really did do a very, very good job of handling all the horde that they needed to, especially in very tight, confined spaces, which this map is really known for. This, you know, almost every single map has a lot of hallways, has a lot of high spawns that can drop down on you. It can be really, really stressful, but 5 Down Blake's handled that very well, and they're now walking into the second map with a 76% tank, which I believe is going to be probably the boardrooms, or well, the office rooms, I mean.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, it's even though it's not the best flank to fight as a survivor. However, it is. I think in my opinion, I think it's still much easier than a very early tank, which usually results in a wipe.
Absolutely, this early tank can be brutal. But speaking of this tank, I have to ask, do you prefer fighting it in the office rooms with like all the desks, or do you prefer taking it back to that outside area on the...
I'm actually, for me, I would be more comfortable fighting the tank outside just because it's more open and there are a lot there's not as many spawns to block. But I know you can take the tank pretty well in the offices too, just because the tank has to jump around and there's like a massive slowdown whenever tank jumps onto an object. But yeah, that's just my preference. I'm not sure how they're gonna take it.
I'm really interested to see how each team takes it because I think they're like both of them have their positives and negatives. Either way, it's a pretty tough tank fight. So I'm excited to see what both teams do. And you want to take away the
Yeah, sure. For the first set, I can't count. Oh, it's 3-1 with Smoker, Charger, Jockey, and a Spitter. It looks like they're setting up on the roof, so they might not go at the ladder, even though it could be a very devastating ladder hit. And as you can see, the survivors are just slowly killing all the commons, carefully baiting, making sure they don't have to deal anything. And the Charger does rocket in, misses the charge. Jockey lands on Lewis, and Zoe did get a little bit of split damage, but I would say overall that was a pretty good take, and that was a pretty good take. Yeah, with a Jockey landing momentarily, and Zoe eating some spit damage. And the survivors are able to push past the ladder choke with that take. And let's see the second hit.
We do have a 2-boom going out, Charger going in, and unfortunately not able to get anything. Jockey gets shut down by Rails Barlow with a nice little M2, and Hunter lands on, I believe, Zoe for just a moment, but it's quickly cleared. So a little bit more damage going out, especially from that boom. Like we said, it's very hard to deal with Common on high ping, especially with an Uzi, and poor Alexi's in the back just getting his ass beat. You hate to see it. But they are able to start the event now. It looks like they are going to be taking it back to that very small room where the SI only have one spot to come in from. But we do have a pull going out on Zoe and a double charge going out on Bill and Zoe. Zoe's going down. Rails is taking some damage. That was a good hit.
That was a really good hit, and as we saw, the Charger was able to utilize the momentary smoker pull and managed to land a double charge, and the spit followed. It was a lot of damage onto the 5-9 Blake.
Absolutely, and like talking about these like very small, tight hallways, spit charges are such a serious thing in these hallways. You have to be so careful. We do have a hit going in here though. Smoker's trying to get a pull out, maybe. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Jockey does go and gets M2'd, but a pull does go out on Zoe while Hunter gets on Bill. Zoe gets pulled through spit, still not cleared, but then Hunter gets a rebound on Francis. That was good damage for this area.
That was good damage. I would like to point out Rails. Rails picked the spitter so that the spitter died before it could spit in the room. I think that was really that was a really good take there because because the Hunter landed and something else landed and the Jockey also landed. It could be devastating if the spit landed too.
Absolutely, and we do have a nice pop on that boomer going out by Rails Barlow, leaving up a Jockey Spitter and Charger. Spitter goes in, and we get another double charge in spit. Fortunately, Alexi is not in spit, but that is going to be a down on Rails.
Excellent.
And with that, the survivor is going to push forward. Hopefully over that choke, but it doesn't look like it because they were being slowed down. They're getting slowed down by the hit. And the boomer does go for a rocket boom and lands a 1-boom onto Rails.
We do have a Charger going for a death charge, not able to get it. We do have a Hunter landing on Zoe momentarily. That was a very close Charger. And Putty, if you could respect, you are on my
Sorry, what was that?
You are on my HUD if you can spectate again. You're a boomer.
I'm a boomer?
You, just type spectate.
Okay.
We do have one more hit in here. Probably one. Well, actually, we have quite a few more hits for tank. Never mind. I forgot where we were. We do have a Spitter, Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and we do have the thing spawning up here. Looks like that Jockey is going to land on Zoe. Charger's going to try to get something but miss. Smoker gets cleared by Francis, I believe, and that was a fairly good shutdown by 5-9.
I am in bad shape, people.
But yeah, as they push to, because, oh, 2 fails.
That is going to help them a lot.
Yeah, and how often do you see two souls in the same soul cabinet there? In zone mod?
Those are usually hidden in some tight corner. We do
Yeah.
have a tri-boom going out though, and a pull going out on Rails Barlow. Hunter is spawned in the back. It looks like that tank is going in on this tri-boom with a smoker and a hunter up. He does get a corner on Dolomite. Tank is taking quite a bit of damage for it, but there's so much horde. Dolomite does go down, and it looks like he's now turned around to get Rails. He didn't get it down on Rails. Hunter goes out on Francis. Lewis does get the self-clear on the smoker, but that looks like that's going to be a wipe by Kiyomi.
Really good take, really good support, and that was a really good. Yeah, it was. I think it was a really good boom. Guys for Boomer boomed the survivors when they were kind of off guard. Right when the tank spawned too, and the tank was able to utilize the tri-boom to secure his wipe. And good job.
Absolutely, we saw that boom happen within a split second. That tank was in there, ready to get on those survivors, and he did. He's immediately got 2 corners and support took care of the rest. That was a fantastic tank by Team 5NO. And now let's see if they can match that play on Survivor. As a reminder, this first hit is a Spitter Jockey Charger Smoker. Looks like that Charger is set up behind with the Spitter going. Might try to go for an early charge spit. I don't know if he's going to get that spawn though. It's a very interesting spawn. Dole is really wanting it. He keeps kind of moving back and forth like he can't decide.
You can definitely spawn there right now, but it's hard because you have to like jump around and like do some mean stuff to spawn there. But it is definitely possible.
Looks like he's repositioning to the safe room. We have the smoker spawning up out front, getting a pull on Francis for a moment. We can have a full charge with a jockey going out on Francis too, and the Bill getting pulled in the spit. That's pretty good damage for that hit.
That's pretty good damage. It's over. Yeah, it's over. I can't do math. This is 50, 50, 52 damage. That was a pretty good hit.
I'm trying to do math, and I also can't do math. I think it's too.
I know, right? But yeah, that was pretty good hit, and I really liked how the Charger King like went in from the safe room, and it looks like it really caught the survivors off guard because they were all focused on clearing the smoker in the front.
Absolutely. Like the big thing is that like if you're going to be sending aside from places the survivors aren't expecting, that's how you get damage. You always expect a hit for them to rocket down from the top when you go outside. Doing something that isn't that, you might get more damage. We do have a Hunter going in and getting speeded nicely by Sign. We do have a tri-boom going out from the back, Charger landing on Bill for a moment, and Lewis does get smoked for a moment as well, but all things considered, pretty good take by 5M.
Yeah, I would agree. And okay, Zoe is hoarded. Zoe's like really hoarded right now, and kind of separated from her team. But they did get the event going, and they're pushing back into the room with maybe 1 hit before that. No, they got the and a jockey going in, landing a jockey on. Oh, it got cleared. But it looked really bad for a second there. And the Spitter and the Charger went in. Spitter went in too and got nothing. Overall, really good take. It looked really bad for 1 second there, Blake.
Yeah, that looked very dangerous for a moment, and I think the jockey pulling him out did, like, I don't think the special effect were really expecting that, so they were all set up in the hallway ready to spawn there. So they were unfortunately unable to get any spawns to cover it, and 5MO very nicely was able to clear it before anything, like, horrific happened. And we did see Dole send his Hunter to get that 1 quick scratch on Francis, so leaving us with a Smoker, Boomer, Charger, Jockey. And we do have that Smoker spawning up, looking for something, unable to get anything. Charger goes in, gets immediately cleared. Jockey gets M2 to shut down, and Boomer gets popped, and that was a flawless take by Team 5MO.
It was a really good take. They just shut down the SIs 1 by 1, and Francis was able to dodge the Smoker tongue by hiding behind the wall. It was really good. It was a really good take.
5MO that we're seeing right now is a team that I saw in round 1. And so I'm going to mark up map 1 to like a fluke, you know?
Yeah, you know,
they may
like,
have really worked.
Yeah, you better hide.
sometimes bad things just happen.
Yeah, and we do have a hit going in here. And again, very, very nicely shut down by 5MO.
Flawless shutdown, I would say.
1 damage from that Hunter landing, but other than that, they got that. And they're going to be able to walk into this ladder choke pretty much free with a lot more HP than 5 non.
Reloading.
We do have a Spitter Boomer Jockey Charger coming up here, though. Boomer looking for an Arc Boom, but unable to get it. They may choose to wait to try to get a third capper for these hallway areas.
Yeah, and the survivors are pushing across the wooden plank right here and just going into the office. We see a Spitter, Jockey, and a Charger with K3 almost. Oh, and a Hunter. Could be devastating in the office room. And Hunter pre-spawn looking for a wall kick.
He is close to the door on him.
That was really good awareness right there. He saw the Hunter and just closed the door on the Hunter, buying them some time to put. Bill did take a lot of spit damage.
Bill got jockeyed and not spit and stumbled by the Charger, and he really just got his day messed up a little bit there. So, you know, overall, I think that was a good hit by 5 non-Blakes. 5MO did manage to mitigate a lot of that damage by avoiding that Charger, so props to them for that. And for this pre-tank hit, we do have a Hunter Smoker Boomer Jockey, and that tank is coming up. Smoker's going to try to get something, but not able to get anything. Boomer does get popped by Kiyomi. Very nice pop. They are able to run back. We have the tank up in the hands of K3 himself. Shall we run this over to a 5 non-Blake spore room?
Sure, let's do it.
Oh, he just pre-M2'd me, Jesus.
That's alright, tank's there. I don't think they know you're there. They don't.
Yeah, but I can't really do anything. Honestly, probably kill Charger.
Mantis is sitting right on top of that boom spawn too.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna have to go. Just, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I can get a boom here actually.
Probably get you a pull.
Yeah, let's push him towards me. I should have this. We'll see. Oh, now Francis is blocking me. Shit.
We gotta go, we gotta go.
Go. I can't even spawn. Nice, dude! Last guy, baby! Nice, dude!
Nice.
Get on. One more! Nice!
Nice job.
Nice damage.
You ain't gonna fight when I got you.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back after that tank by K3. Huddy, what did you think of that?
It looked really bad for the 5 non-Blakes for a second, and then the Charger landed a huge. Was that a triple charge or a double charge? I think it was a double charge, and just ledging Zoe, and allowing the tank to get a full end cap onto Lewis with only 81 HP. It was really impressive, and it was really good support. And Lewis is separated in this corner right here, but Hunter was not able to land, and Jockey does land momentarily onto, I forgot whom, but Lewis is separated by Spit. Yeah, that's a lot of bonus. Wait, 115% damage bonus?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm questioning right now. We do have a pause going out by Rails of the 5 non-Blakes. Okay, yeah. So Rails noticing what I just noticed at the same time. We have the same brain. Yeah.
It's from Ledging. But I don't know. I've never seen that.
I am unsure what to do in this situation. I believe that should be an admin call.
Yeah, I do believe that's an admin call.
For now.
Hello, sir?
Sir, where are you? We need you.
Sir? Any idea? Any suggestions?
I know you're in Vanille Stream.
I know you're somewhere. Alright. Hi, Dino. Basically, a survivor got ledged during tank, and like 2 survivors got ledged during tank, and after they pulled them up, they have like over 100% damage bonus.
I am unsure of what we're gonna do. Hello,
Hello.
Hello.
sir. Would you like to
Hello?
explain to our dear viewers what's happening?
Shitty server.
Astute.
Great.
Well, I'm not sure like what server are you guys on?
Bonbon?
Bonbon? Well, I don't know if they like updated the I think they have, but I'm not sure. Let me see. What happened exactly? Because I didn't follow it entirely. Did they gain DB? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, they have 108% damage bonus.
Okay. Did somebody get ledge and then like pulled up by themselves?
No. They got pulled. Two survivors got ledged, but they were pulled up by their team.
Okay, yeah, then it should have been fine because there is like a change that was made to the scoring system. Because there were actually issues with the ledge hang system, and it was like they were not getting bonus back, you know, when they should have. So if you ledge hanged someone, sometimes they would lose bonus like permanently, even though they still had like rights to DB.
Oh,
And
okay.
like the last update should have fixed it, but I haven't seen any issues with this on my own servers or well any server actually. This is like the first case of it.
They have currently an absurd amount of bonus for what they really should have after taking, I believe, 2 in caps. Hello? It's a party in here. Hi, Patty.
Hello, have we resolved the issue or in
They might restart it.
Yeah, they're considering restarting it.
Yay!
I think that might be the best option here because I don't know how else to fix that.
Yeah,
okay.
we don't either. They kind of have like a really high bonus for the damage they've taken.
They have a ridiculous amount of it. Should be like 200. Should be like around 200, but right now they
What
have
they have
like
right now?
400. They have
Oh, wow.
400.
Yeah, it just dropped to
Oh.
366. They've taken like 2 in caps, I believe.
I don't think that's fair though for the infected team. They might not agree with that decision.
Not in that game at the moment, so who's streaming it?
Vanille. But you're on stream right now. Say hello. We're figuring this out in stream.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello to all you viewers out there. I'm just gonna have to have a quick look.
Would
I mean,
you like us to tell them to wait to ready up?
It is only DB though, and they got like 182, and I'm sure you can like go through.
Did they make the safe room?
They did, yes.
Yes.
They made the safe room. Yes.
And the issue is that they should have had lower DB or greater.
Lower.
All right, so let's just save that conversation for an offline topic. Let them play out the game, and we'll be able to maybe just adjust the scores towards the end if they're meant to have lower DB.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, if it's
Sounds
a
like
matter
good
of
plan.
like 100 to 150 points, just let them play out the round. You never know. The team, the end result may be that the DB won't even matter in the end. But we'll have a look later. Just let them play out the round first, and then we'll chit chat about it.
I have let the teams know. Alrighty. Thank you for bearing with us, and thank you for transing.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming to update us.
Thank
course.
you.
Peace.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, iPad. And we are back.
I have no idea how much the viewers heard of that. I hope all of it because it was very entertaining hearing just me and Putty very confused. But we're back. We're going to be back to being professional, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited. 5MO was able to take the lead off of that map after a very, very good take. Post-tank, that tank was very strong in itself. We did not get a chance to talk about it really very much. But we did see a nice double charge going out, lots of in caps, but they took most of the hits after that very well and were able to walk in with a good bonus. If you want to take away this first hit, Putty, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, sure, of course. Let me open up the spec code right. Okay, now the first is a smoker, charger, boomer, and a jockey. And a boomer is setting up on top of the safe room right now. And smoker, is that a smoker? Yes, that looks like a smoker. Smoker is on top of the roof, and jockey is set up in the fire. And the fire pit? And Boomer is going in. Charger missing the charge, but the jockey does land a separation. Oh, and it got cleared. Landed momentarily onto Zoe, and Charger did get one punch onto, honestly, onto whom? Zoe or Francis? But
One of those two.
yeah, one of those two. But overall, that was a pretty good take by 5MO. They were able to shut. Oh, it actually looked it actually looked like a lot of separation on Zoe right there, but 5MO was able to clear that really fast, and now they're gonna push towards their second hit.
They absolutely are, and that hit is going to be a Spitter Boomer Jockey Hunter. It is, you know, it's pretty difficult to land SI in this area, I'm not gonna lie, and especially landing a 2-2.
Yeah.
They're gonna be hard pressed to get a lot of damage for this, but, you know, I've seen weirder things happen.
Yeah, I've definitely seen weird things happen if the survivors push forward with the hit, but luckily 5MO is not doing that. They're just chilling in that area waiting for the hit to come in. And nice shutdown onto Boomer right there. And a Hunter coming down, going for a DP but misses. And a Jockey. And overall, really good shutdown at that 2-2. And the survivors are now able to push to where we usually take the hit.
Trying to see what the tank percentage. That tank is at 47%. So that is probably just going to be right past this hallway. So I imagine the survivors are going to be taking the tank back to this area. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do. But for this next hit, we do have a Jockey Smoker Boomer Charger. Looks like that Smoker and Boomer are both set up below Lewis, with the Charger and Jockey looking to come up behind him. So Lewis is about to have his day ruined. Pull does go out on Lewis, but Zoe just pop on the Boomer. Charger does land on Francis, but does get cleared. Jockey does get M2'd, but is still alive and might be able to get a grab on Lewis, but no, Lewis gets the M2. Really good clear on that Charger.
That was a really good clear. It looked really dangerous for 1 second. Yeah, I think the tank actually, they probably won't take it back there. They're just chilling right here on those cars, and just waiting for a hit to come in before they push forward to get tank up. So Blake, so would you do you usually push back for this tank, or do you push forward? What do you prefer?
On the spawn for me, especially if they send a hit. You know, ideally you push forward because that's much easier. Area. But either way, you're going to be dealing with a lot of hittables, so it's going to be very scary.
Oh.
We do have a 25 pounds going out on Shang from Dole. What a
DP. Blake, hello? Are you still here?
Yes, my apologies.
Oh, okay.
We do have the tank up in the hands of Alexi 21. If we want to take this over to a 5-9 Blake's War.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's get a hit for you to do that, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Alright, you ready to hit for him? Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit the ones here near him. Yeah, let's go. Sweet, no shit. They're going back, looks like.
They might want to.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, first path. Or he's really strong first path.
Probably get it, that Boomer gone or something.
Okay.
Like, do
Give me
it
a
quickly.
Alright, I'm gonna sack him now. Can't spawn.
Well, hope you land.
Almost had it.
I'll keep some sight here.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Unless they decide to AI you now, but I don't think they will. Should have a smoker too. They're LOSing, so be careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going.
Yeah, start going.
Yeah, bring that far.
Checking. Call us in.
Oh, no.
Come out. Is it 3K?
You guys can make
Okay.
it land. I can hit something here.
Nice!
Come on.
Oh shit! Get left
good.
guy! Left guy! Left guy!
Oh, dude, I have a long
I'll be
shot.
with you. I'll be with you. I'll be. Wait, what?
I'm turning around.
The guy who I had charged got cleared, dude.
I turned around. I start up a kill.
You're not gonna get it.
Damn.
Close.
Oh god, this is
Damn, how the fuck did that
How did he
guy
get cleared?
We are back after that.
Oh my god.
Alexi 21. Oh my god.
Gonna make it, man.
Oh my
What
god.
a thing.
Nice.
Oh my god is all I can say right now.
Oh my god is all I can say. I agree.
I was chiding Alexi for his hittable control early on, and then he just lands a double. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how he landed that. I don't know how he wasn't dead. It was insane, is all I can say. It was insane.
Oh, just coming out of that looking real rough. They've still got a decent amount of damage bonus, but it's pretty easy to knock that down. And I want to give props to Zine, who had the Deagle. He was able to clear that charger on Zoe, and most likely prevent a wipe. And really the only mistake I saw during that tank was the jockey not noticing that the charger got cleared by the Deagle. He could have been able to cap Zoe and allowed the tank to just corner Francis, but, you know, mistakes happen. We do have a 2-boom going out here. Jockey does get Neptune shut down. Charger is going to go out on Francis, and he is going to land Spit on that as well, and that's going to be a pretty good hit from 5 non-Blakes.
Yep, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage coming out on Team 5-0, but they are alive and they are pushing onto the second floor of the parking lot. They should still have maybe 1 or 2 more hits awaiting them before safe room, but let's see how 5 non-Blakes coordinate this hit. We do have a smoker. Oh, my screen lagged. Where's the smoker? Oh, smoker is behind. Looking for a pole, maybe. And we have a hunter and a boomer and a jockey. A smoker pole goes on to Lewis with a couple scratches, and jockey does land momentarily onto Lewis, taking a bonus down to a, I can't do math. 1 second. 291. 291. But that's still they've almost, the 5 non-Blakes have almost has almost depleted their health bonus, but they still have a 61% damage bonus, which is pretty good. But yeah, one last hit coming in, charger getting melted, spitter not landing, and a hunter going in for scratches and gets skeeted.
Oh no, that's an okay bonus for this map. Even just making this map can be pretty good. So props 5MO for making it. We did see a couple of questions in chat about what damage bonus is, and so this is going to be like the most rudimentary explanation of damage bonus possible, but I'll do my best here, and feel free to correct me in chat because I'm not very smart. Anywho, damage bonus is essentially bonus, like health bonus that you get from non-permanent HP. And so once a player runs out of all of their permanent health, they essentially like start losing damage bonus health, and so damage bonus is weighted less heavily than health bonus, and it was done so that we don't just send players with no permanent health in the front to eat all the hits, so bonus actually matters for them. That is a really terrible explanation of it, and somebody in chat can probably give you a better explanation, but you know what? We're doing our best here. Anyway, with this first hit, we do have a jockey, charger, smoker, boomer. Apologies. We do have, looks like everything's set up from up top to the smoker. We do have everything now going in. Pull is going to go out on Zoe. Jockey is going to land on Lewis, and that is going to be a rolling tri-cap essentially with a 2-boom, and that boomer landing now. K3 is getting taken very far away with that jockey. It's going to be a lot of damage.
I think he's in fire. Oh no, he's not in fire, but he's still taking a lot of damage from that, and both K3 and Dole are going to be slow, and they might be forced to pop their...
According to chat and Sir from the VOD, looks like they got 51 points out of their damage bonus, so we'll probably just take away 51 points. I'm not sure. That's an admin call. I just cast. Anyway, we do have a hunter landing on Bill for just a moment. Charger is going to go in on him and get chest bumped, but that's going to be a lot of spit damage on him. Sir, why didn't you fix chest bumps?
He never said he did.
Nice job.
I know, but who else are we going to make fun of for them still happening?
Yeah, that's true.
You have to blame somebody. For me, it's going to be Sir. But like 5 non-Blakes have taken quite a bit of damage for this tank. They've already had to commit 1 set of pills. Alexi's on the brink of committing another, and K3 is going to have to commit another when they leave this event. They also have a quad cap if you want to take this away.
Okay, so they have a quad cap, a charger, smoker, jockey, and hunter. I think that's the only quad cap in this version of Zomod, and they are setting up on for the alley, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they're waiting for the alley, actually. I mean, I think that's a very, very smart call. Landing a quad cap here, that could only be a good thing. And
Yeah.
it's really difficult to land it in that very top area, so, you know, let Dole bleed, kill all these common. 5MO have nothing but time.
I mean, they are bleeding.
Oh yeah, but 5MO can sit there as long as they want. It's not like
Yeah.
they're losing anything. They can just, you know, bounce around with their hunt, have a good time, vibe. Let
This
5
could-
non-blinks call these common.
This could be really devastating for the 5 non-blanks if they can't like clear the quad cap, because it's actually kind of hard to shut down hits in such a tight area, and especially on high ping, it's really difficult. They have to deal with commons too, so yeah.
They still do have quite a bit of common coming in, so I imagine we might be here for just a little bit longer. And it looks like Sir is claiming he never dicks chest bumps, but you know what? I think that's a lie. We do have our survivors moving forward now. K3 still has not committed pills. Perhaps he's waiting for tank. Is he about to bait me and take pills right as He did. God damn it, K3. Alright. As stated previously.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. We do see the survivors pushing into the alley area, just being very careful. I think they know that they have a quad right now, but yeah. So let's see how the infected attack. Oh, they did. They found pills, which is good. And there it goes. Hunter got skeeted, and that was gonna be. And he turned to land double charge. That was huge. It was a huge target. It wasn't quad cap they were looking for, but it was a lot of damage. And the jockey is gonna jockey Bill to end cap. Overall, really great hit.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Dole being able to get that ski on that hunter, that is almost certainly a quad cap, but it was a really clutch shutdown. But I also have to compliment 5MO on their very, very good coordination, because without good coordination, that doesn't happen. We do have a spit going out on nothing, but Dole takes a lot of damage in it, just because he is slow and is able to get out of it. Leaving up a Boomer, Hunter, and a Jockey. That spinner is still alive. Boomer does get a nice 2-boom. Hunter's going in for that DP, does not get it, but is able to scratch down Zoe, and Boomer does drop down to off himself on Zoe on that down.
Yeah, and I saw I'm seeing a comment about can you go melee siege and jockey? You can do it. It's just that like it doesn't show. And Charger is going in on to pick up, landing onto Lewis, and the spit follows. That's gonna be a lot of damage, and he got smoked back into the spit right there. What a hit!
Can you make
I mean, they do currently have 2 slow players and 1 set of pills, and it looks like K3 does not care about Dole because he just took those pills. We do have the tank up in the hands of Zine. We are going to have a Hunt Spit going down on rails, which is going to make him slow as well. And Alexi's bleeding, Dole's bleeding, K3 is bleeding. Oh
Dole
my god,
ate
that's
the
a hittable
car.
hawk. Wow.
Wow.
I got you.
We do have the tank committing off of that, which I think is a good idea. They're all slow. It looks like he is going to get that corner on rails. K3 and Alexi are just going to leave him.
Looks like they're holding W.
I don't blame them. I think they're slow enough that they really just have to go for points here.
Yeah.
And we do see that 2
Oh,
cap.
no.
2 cap going out. And that's going to be a wipe on Team 5 non-Blakes.
The tongue always goes for the further target. It's a feature, not a problem. Like silent jockeys, it cannot be.
Come on, guys, I need some help.
You know, everything in this game, I've accepted. Nothing's going to ever change. We're all going to die playing this awful Bucky game. And, yeah, I'm always going to miss Skeets too, because this game sucks, and it's never my fault that I miss. But on the note of the actual match that we're supposed to be commentating, my apologies. You know, this is the 5MO that I saw last week. They are really picking up their play, and they're doing well. I don't think they're probably going to score 7,000 points again. And I think that 5 non-Blakes are definitely still in this. This is the away server. They're only behind by 900 points. That's not a lot, and they can really, really, really play well on their home server and take it home. So I wouldn't count 5 non-Blakes out of this, but I do think 5MO does have a good shot. I mean, where are you at with this right now? Who do you think's going to take this?
Take this.
Take the win.
Take the win? I don't know. Looks like, well, 5MO is in the lead right now, but Rayos' team is also really good. So, yeah. So let's see how the first set turns out. For the first set, we have a Charger. Not a Charger. Oh, a Charger. No, Boomer, Jockey, Spitter, and Hunter. And overall, a pretty good shutdown, except for, well, the Jockey landed momentarily onto Francis, but they were able to get that insta clear. So overall, only 5 damage.
Yeah, I mean 5 damage with a 2-2 is 5 damage with a 2-2. I'm not going to complain about it, you know? Yeah, they managed to kill the Boomer Lash. They should have a tri-cap here, and it looks like they are going to have a tri-cap with a Smoker, Charger, Hunter, and what I imagine to be a Spitter. No, it's going to be a quad cap with a Jockey.
Okay, take it away, Blake. Let's see how they take this quad cap right here.
This is a very tight hallway, so that Smoker is going to have some problems landing, but that Charger is going to have a very, very good time. And it looks like the survivors are just moving forward now, being very patient. We do have that Charger now spawning up, going in for build, not able to land. Hunter is going to get a pull, or a hunt on Lewis in the back. Jockey is going to land on Zoe, and Francis is going to get pulled, and that's all very, very quickly cleared. So, you know, a little marginal damage going out, and that was really, really close to another quad cap, but good shutdown by 5MO.
Yeah, and it was a momentary tri-cap, but 5MO was really able to shut down the hits very efficiently and just preventing the SIs doing more damage than they absolutely had to take. And we see the survivors pushing down here into this area, into the baggage carousel right here. Oh, these frame lags. And we have a Smoker going in, but gets shut down. Everything got melted.
Yep, that's pretty par for the course for this area. This is a tough area to really land anything in. The SI have to run a fair distance just to get in, even if they drop in on them. So I would be very surprised if we saw more than maybe 10 or 15 damage go out for all of the hits here. But we do have a Hunter, Charger, Jockey, Smoker. Again, another quad cap here. And maybe they don't land the quad cap, maybe they can get some good damage out of it. I don't know, let's see. Looks like they are setting up above them, though, to try to get something. That Smoker is set up in the same spot as the first one. Hunter's looking to make some noise right now. He is going in. Jockey is going to drop in and get quickly M2'd and shut down. Hunter is going for something. Does land on Bill momentarily. Pull goes out on Zoe. And apparently that Charger died at some point, and I didn't see it.
Charger melted by Francis. But yeah, overall, really good shutdown. Taking only, I think that was only about like a 15 damage from the 5 non-Blakes, and the survivors are gonna push into that area, and they're gonna get tank up with almost perfect health.
Yeah, I mean they've really not taken very much damage. They do have a Jockey, Boomer, Spitter, Charger to contend with right now, in a pretty big choke point, so you might see that change.
Yeah. And the Boomer is setting up under them, I think, trying to get a arty from the bottom of the... And he does get it. A proxy onto Zoe, and Charger and Jockey went in but got melted. And overall, a really good take from 5MO.
Absolutely. They shut down that hit very well. I did see a question in chat. I answered it in chat, but if you're not reading chat, we are only playing maps 1 through 4, I believe. Based on what Rails has told me. But, speaking of my team, we do have the tank up in the hands of Dolomite himself, if we would like to take this over to a 5 non-Blakes.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
I think we got it.
I got it.
Yeah. Alright, so what do you want for support here, Dol?
3 cappers.
Okay. We wanna... Oh, damn.
Fuck!
Okay,
Don't get pushed for too much ship.
I'm comfortable landing this, so...
I want to go pull Bill so bad.
I know, right?
I don't understand your tank though.
This is good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that pull now. At least he's down.
Nah, it's down.
Not gonna
All right, Bill. Good luck. Have fun.
call a scene.
Up.
Nice.
We should go.
Just help him now, yeah.
Oh, got him dead, guys.
Oh, I got skewed. Nice punch.
That was not good.
And we're back. What a tank. I think Dole got 2 punches in, and as the support landed. However, the survivors were able to shoot tank before and we're paused.
Ah,
Someone's laughing. But
wonderful pods.
wonderful pause. Just in time for Blake. And the survivors were just going, oh, I think the server's dying right now. So I've seen it happen. Doesn't matter. But anyways, it was a really good take from the survivors. Having like with the tank only being able to land 2 punches onto Shang right there. But yeah, it was a really good take. The survivors were able to shoot the tank, really chip the tank before support went in, and they were able to clear the support really fast. Overall, really good.
I was getting water because y'all don't want me to like be like screeching at you with a lost voice, so I did not see that tank. However, from what I can tell from their health bonus, it looks like 5MO took that very, very well, and they're going to be walking into this safe room with a very good bonus. And as I said before, tank, we are probably only playing 1 through 4, so that's going to be pretty bad for 5 non-Blakes. They're going to try to have to, if not match that bonus, at least, get a bonus that's somewhat comparable to it so that they're not at a huge deficit walking into the American server. And if they are, then they're going to have to do some of the similar things that IMMO is doing here, where they're just blowing them out of the water a little bit. So I would not count 5 non-Blakes out yet. I think they can really pull this back. And hopefully this game unpauses soon, because I'm running out of things to talk about. And Putty is key smashing with in English, but yeah, me too, Alexi. Chat, how are you?
I think the survivor, yeah, someone said, Kiyomi was saying he disappeared. I'm assuming it's someone on his team disappeared. Could be a delayed crash, to be honest.
Sufferin' Succotash. What the fuck did I just say? Lupe? Lupe, what'd you just make me say? Said it without thinking.
We have a crash.
Oh, do we have a crash? Oh, but we're going back live. Thank God. I don't want to know what I just said.
Okay. Well, he did say someone crashed, but they're back, apparently? Is Francis stuck?
Alright, looks like we are ready. We do have a Spitter, Boomer, Hunter, Charger. This hit does... Take it away.
Okay. We see a charge spit landing momentarily onto Francis, but he didn't take too much damage. And a jockey also landed momentarily onto Bill. It was a 1 boom going on Zoe. Some good damage coming, some decent damage coming out, but the survivors still have a massive bonus of 765 right now, and they are going to push up the elevator towards the safe room, trying to take as little time as possible to rush the safe room, and they are baiting right now. This hit is it's a quad cap. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and Smoker setting up in front of them. It is a relatively tight area, so it's gonna be good for the Charger. Smoker does miss the pole, and Charger goes in, gets melted, and only the Hunter and Jockey landed momentarily on 2 survivors, giving I think it was almost like 10 points. Like it was almost 10 to not more than 20 damage from that quad cap.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, that's, you know, a little bit of damage, just a little bit of damage. They are going to be able to walk into the safe room with about 737 bonus, which is pretty massive for this map. They are going to be at about a 2,100 point deficit, but they have one more map to make this up. And then we're going to have a 30-minute break between the games, as I believe the Taiwanese or Taiwanese, I'm not sure where they're from, the Asian team would like to have lunch between the games. So 30-minute break, everybody gets to decompress. We will rejoin you in 30 minutes after this round. But for now, we do have 5 non-Blakes on Survivor, and then we're going to have the home server for 5 non-Blakes.
I can't really.
Go ahead.
Maybe not. I can't really. To be honest, I can't really be impressed knowing that I still have another full match to cast after this.
Gentlemen, make sure to drink water if you're ever casting.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a smoker, Jesus. As a reminder, for this first hit, we do have a Boomer Hunter Spitter jockey. And it looks like we do have that Hunter going in, landing on Zoe momentarily. Spit is going to go down on the safe room. Jockey is going to go in and land on Bill, not get cleared for a second, so that's going to be a decent amount of damage going out on Dole.
That's 43 damage, really good for a 2-2. And the Boomer does get M2'd, and yeah, good M2 from Dole right there. Overall, a reasonable shutdown, but he did eat a lot of spit damage. And the Survivor is going to push forward, since I think Jockey died last. So it's probably not going to be a claw cat right there. We have a Smoker, Charger, Hunter, and a Spitter.
We do have a charge spit for this area. This can do a lot of damage in such a tight area. We do have our hit going in. Pull is going to go out on Lewis. Hunter is going to go out on Zoe, but Spit is not going to go down on either of them. But neither are getting cleared, so it doesn't matter. That's still so much damage.
Oh, the Death Spit landed on Alexi. That was so much damage on a 5 non-Blakes. A very good hit from 5MO.
Absolutely. Alexi is going to be slowed. He's not going to commit these kills, so they do have to hold out below here. And, you know, it's better to not be bleeding when you're just standing still trying to kill a common. But we do have a hit up. It's a Boomer, Jockey, Smoker, Spitter, a 2-2, probably the worst 2-2 in the game. Pull is going to go out on Alexi, and Jockey is going to take that for quite a bit of damage going on Alexi. Smoker does get shut down. Spitter goes down also on Alexi. They really just do this whole hit on Alexi, but K3 does get the pop on that Boomer.
Overall, a pretty good hit, and Alexi is sitting at 8 health. So he's probably gonna have to commit or go. He's probably gonna go down or commit his pills very soon. And we do have another hit coming up. Looks like the Charger is setting him on the ladder. Oh, not anymore. And we have a quad cab right here. This is gonna be difficult to take with hyping and commons. And Hunter, Charger, they all rolled in, but Hunter and Jockey landed on the same target with a Smoker Pull going out onto Dole right there. And the Charger is not getting killed. And the Charger landed so many punches on Zoe, and that was a 3 in-cap hit. Overall, even though it didn't get quadded, but that was a lot of damage coming out onto 5 non-Blakes right there. What do you think, Blake?
I mean, it just seemed like K3 and Rails both kind of panicked, like they were unsure of what they needed to do and what to clear, and because of that, we saw 3 downs go out. I mean, that is brutal from 5MO. They are showing that they did not come to play, they came to play. We do have a Boomer going out, getting a nice 2-boo, and that is going to leave with a Hunter, Jockey, and Charger going, or Hunter, Jockey, and Spitter going in, excuse me. Hunter does get nicely speeded, Spit goes down on nothing. It looks like that Jockey and that Spitter are just setting up ahead to try to get something later. Oh, very glad I'm not using open mic because, again, I'm a smoker. I'm coughing a lot, especially not that much water. But you know what? We are struggling through it, boys and girls.
So
we do have a... Go ahead.
So, I'll give you some rust. So, so Jockey, Smoker, Charger, and a Boomer right here. As the tank spawns, the Starter is going to push back. And with the Boomer, is the Boomer going to get... Oh my god! A 2-boot landing and a Jockey landing onto K3 momentarily. And a tank is going to roll in with the...
Oh, they can't jump up back there. Oh no. This is very,
jump
very
up.
bad.
Wait, they can't jump up back there? Wait, that's... you mean like they can't jump back? Like they can't jump there? Or like
Yeah.
as a wolf? Or... Or
K3 and Rails are trying to jump up. They cannot jump up there. We've learned that in the script. And Rails does nicely shoot that tank in a corner, but is going to go down for it. He did not take his build. Looks like Zoe does go down to that tank push. It's going to be a 2-cap.
that is a leg.
And I do believe we are going to be taking, as I said earlier, a little bit of a 30-minute break. But I'm going to check with the teams just to make sure. I will be right back momentarily.
Are we still live? Okay. So yeah, overall a very good half with 5ML going into their away server with a almost 2k lead on 5 non-Blakes. The 5 non-Blakes has a lot work.
They absolutely do, and did get confirmation that we are going to be taking a bit of a break. So I am assuming that Vanille is probably going to take us away from you for a little bit, because I don't think you want to hear me and Putty just talk to each other for 30 minutes. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. I don't even want to talk to Putty for 30 minutes.
Hello? Excuse me?
I said what I said. I hope that you will rejoin us when we go back live, and thank you so much for joining us for the first game. We'll see you guys soon. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try that again. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Quarantine Cup 2020, the second game of 5 non-Blakes versus 5MO. We are just waiting on one more player for 5MO, but we are back. 5MO is leading with 1,817 points to their name from their away game. And hopefully, we're going to see a pretty close match after this for 5 non-Blakes on their home server. How are you feeling about this match, Putty? What's got you excited? Who's got you excited? Any big plays? Tell me.
I am very excited for this home server game for 5 non-Blakes, and I'm excited to see how they play this out. Because on their away server, on 5MO's home server, 5MO was able to utilize the beautiful green thing they have and they accomplished a lot of amazing hits, and they were able to use that green ping to get them a almost 1900 lead into their away game. So I'm really excited to see how 5 non-Blakes are going to utilize their beautiful green ping on their side I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the green ping, and I'm excited to see their plays and their infected plays and survivor plays.
Absolutely, and looking at these players, like we kind of talked about at the beginning of the match, but Lexi21 and Dole are both very old names in this community. I think they both played Left 4 Dead 1. They were both on Velvet Room. Shout out to that amazing team. We have K3, who has, he's been on also quite a few very, very good teams, as has Rails Barlow. So you really do have some very solid older players on 5 non-Blakes. And then over on 5MO, Zine really impressed me last match. Like, he was getting some very critical shutdowns, really good skeets when he needed to. He clearly knows his stuff, and that goes for the whole team. Like, you were kind of commenting on it on map 3, I believe, but they would separate as survivors so much, but still be able to clear each other so quickly. And that is the mark of a very, very good team. And 5MO have proven they are a very, very good team.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think both of these teams are really good, and I'm really excited to see how this match turns out. And I'm excited for the big plays right.
An 1800 deficit might sound scary on paper, because that's knowing that you got to score over 1800 points to win, better than the other team. That's tough to do. You don't see that in a lot of games. But I think 5 non-Blakes knows that they really, really have to put the work in to do this. So they're going to have to be very, very careful with their bonus. And what 5MO is going to have to do, I think, is just try to keep it close. Like, they don't have to win this game specifically. They just have to not lose by more than 1800. But we are going live with map 1, 5 non-Blakes on Infected. And it looks like our first hit is going to be a Charger, Smoker, Boomer, and something else I can't see because I don't have my spec cut up.
Yeah,
Jockey.
sure.
If you'd like to take away the first hit, Petty, I'd love it.
Okay, the first hit is a Charger, Smoker, and a Boomer, and a Jockey. So it looks like I actually can't tell by the outline. It looks like like they're all setting up on the rooftop right there, trying to waiting for the survivors to push out. And Boomer is setting up on top of the greenhouse, right on top of the survivor, trying to get an arc boom right there, but they haven't spawned in. And we see Bell pushing out into this area, just trying to bait the hits and trying to shut down. And Zoe jumping up and down on that. I don't know what that is. On that, trying to block spawns and clearing comments. And we do see a bait timer going on. And Bill pushes across the play, and we do see the hit going in. Lands an arc boom on Francis, and Smoker landed momentarily, but Charge does miss the death charge, and the Jockey is landed momentarily onto Lewis right there. And overall, a really good shutdown by Team 5-0. And the Charger is still alive.
Looks like he is working to despawn that Charger to maybe get something sneaky on the ladder, or even the run back when they spawn the tank. Because for those of you who don't know, on the second game, the tank spawns are always set to the same one as the first game. So we do have a tank up in the hands of Alexi 21. It looks like that charger was going for some kind of death charge, but was unable to get it. Spitter is going to block in the back, but they can just take an alternate route. Hunter is going to go in and land on Bill for just a moment. Charger's going to follow them in. Looks like he's going for that charge, is not able to get anything, and he is going to die. But we still do have a 5 non-Blake's war room if we want to run it over to that war room.
Let's do it.
He's looking for chip.
Oh no. My plan's been foiled. Maybe you got a boom on him? Maybe not. I don't know.
Smoker here is decent,
Oh,
I
that's a
think.
dumpster. Smoke, yeah, we can.
Oh, we
use
got the
that.
boom! He got double, he got double!
Oh, jeez, please. Is this horde delayed at all, or
Only a little bit.
There.
You go.
I go?
It's kind of in now.
Am I in or no?
Yeah. Well, it's dying. You can go now. Let's you're ahead of it.
Alright, if you have an early pull.
I don't.
3K.
What's happening? One the guy top. Got
Oh
one.
my god.
Yeah, these guys are fucking good on hyping. What the fuck?
One more?
Nice.
Someone help!
Hold still. I'm gonna get you back on your feet.
Thanks.
Reloading.
I think I hurt something bad.
I think we probably gotta go for the death charge here now.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just gonna kill Spitter then.
Wait, no.
It's eating. Oh, hi, Vanille.
Welcome back, everybody. And that was a tank in the hands of Alexi 21. He was able to get one down, which, you know, it's something. It's better than nothing. I think he really got quite a few good punches, but the problem was with punches for sending the survivors flying across the room. And that's what makes that tank so hard. It's so difficult to get a corner, and he really just was not able to. We do see a very, very good shutdown on that boomer coming out from Kiyomi. Hunter is just pouncing around. That is going to leave a charger and a smoker up as well. They go for the pull, and that is a death charge on Bill!
I can't believe that landed. Well, I can, but that. Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
But that was a really good death charge.
That is exactly what 5 non-Blake's needed here. It looks like that charger is going to go back in and try to get something, but it's not able to land. He's going to get a punch on Lewis, though. Spit is going to go down on the poor door. Although door did deserve that. But that is what 5 non-Blake's needed if they want to start making a comeback in this. A death charge is huge. That knocked down their bonus by 1/4, you know? That is immediately taking away all of the bonus that Francis had and that multiplier of Francis himself. So that is huge, and that's what they need to be doing on every single map. Maybe not getting a death charge every single map, but, you know, just making these small little things that kind of take down their bonus and allow them to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That death charge was crucial to find. I'm lagging. Okay. Yeah, I agree with Blake. I definitely agree with you. I think that death charge was very crucial to find on Blake's because they need everything. They need to utilize everything they can to chip down that 1.8k lead on from of 5M.
Absolutely, and you know, it's a more than doable feat. This is a scary lead for them to have, but I think if they just keep their heads cool and like stay calm and don't get freaked out by how far ahead they are, they could totally bring this back. And as a reminder, we do have a first hit of a Jockey Charger Smoker Boomer. It looks like that Boomer is set up on the greenhouse, looking for some kind of sneaky little boom. The Smoker is set up outside of the smaller greenhouse. Looks like he is going to try to get a charge back to the back area, perhaps to try to go for a death charge, and we have a pause. One crashed, apparently. All right, during this pause, you know what, Petty? You take it away. What are we going to talk about during this pause? Because I've run out of things.
I don't know.
You are not helpful. All right, let's ask the chat again. Chat, how are you doing? I know you guys are here. I know you're watching. There's 107 of you. How are we? Oh, no, never mind. Sorry,
Never
chat.
mind, we're live.
we don't get to talk to you. But I love you guys. Anywho, back to this hit. Looks like that smoker is set up in the back, looking for maybe a sneaky pull to get a death charge off that. Who knows? We do have everything spawning up now. Smoker goes in, does not land. Looks like this hit was a little bit early. Boomer goes in, does not land. Charger goes in, does not land as well. Jockey is hiding on the corner. Does land on Zoe momentarily, but that's quickly cleared. That's only 7 damage to that of those.
Yeah, that is the kind of shutdown you want to see. You want to see from a good team playing on their on their home server. That was a really good shutdown, and the tank is up. On the run back, they have a smoker, boomer, and a spitter, and let's see how they played it. Boomer is going to land a 1 boon onto rails, and spitter is going to spit block the flank. And smoker hasn't spawned in yet, but the tank is. Where's the tank going? Oh, the other way.
I didn't even know you could go this way. Huh.
That's a very interesting take. And the tank was able to avoid getting chipped by committing from there, but I do think the survivors know that the tank is coming from there, and yeah, and we have a charger, and we have the support of setting up either in the safe room or on the roof of the greenhouse, and we do have the tank committing right now with a hunter landing momentarily onto Lewis, and it's going to land. Oh, and we have a 2 cap coming out in the safe room right here, and Lewis is getting cornered, and Charger is getting got 3 slams onto Alexi right there, but the tank was not able to get the charge survivor and get the down, and they are going to pick up Lewis with the tank sitting at over 3k HP in the safe room.
That was a pretty rough take for 5 non-Blakes. That looked in, and the tank is recommitting to hopefully get something else. That boomer is going in, he's going to get a boom on Zoe, and Zoe's going to get stumbled by the boomer pop, and she's going to start taking punches. Bill does get pounced, but it's quickly cleared. Zoe is going to go down. Bill's going to get pulled into a punch, and that is going to be the tank kill. 5 non-Blakes. They are in some kind of position for this health.
But you're definitely not dead, so come on. Let's get you up and moving.
That was a lot of damage from the. I think the support went in really early, and really caught the survivors off guard, and that early support allowed the tank to get an early in cap, and then just rolling out and just decommitting at over 50% health and recommitting with a full.
Absolutely, and it worked out beautifully for 5MO. But it looks like 5 non-Blakes are kind of starting to pick it up a little bit. They did have a very nice shutdown of that hit. The attempted death charge did not work, and there should just be one more hit for them to overcome, which is going to be a Smoker, Hunter, Charger, Jockey. A quad cap, and we do have that quad cap going in right now. That Smoker gets a pull on Bill, but it's quickly cleared. Hunter does land on Francis. That is cleared as well. Charger goes in and misses. Jockey lands on Zoe for just a moment, but that is also cleared, and that is going to be the safe room.
Guys, I'm really torn.
They are going to make up more distance points with less bonus, but I believe... yeah, okay.
Math, that's hard.
They lost about 16 points on that map.
Yeah, 16 points.
I mean, that's not bad. You know, they didn't make up any points, but it is only their map 1. It's a 300 distant point map. Not a huge deal to not really make up any points on that, but that does mean they are going to have to play extremely well on maps 2, 3, and
Yes, they kept it.
yeah, they changed the scores so that 5MO had an 1800 point lead because that was what the difference was. Yeah, so Vanilla was asking us to explain that 5MO does have an 1,800 point lead coming in from their home game, so that is what 5MB does have to overcome. They are just voting the tank spawn back to 76%. We are going live with this first hit, if you'd like to take it away, buddy.
Yes, sure. Let me get my spike. Okay, the first hit is going to be a Charger, Boomer, Smoker, and a Jockey. With the Jockey pre-spawn on top of the roof, inside the kitchen. Yeah, inside the kitchen. On top, just breaking. And the survivors are carefully clearing out the commons and baiting this hit, just making sure they don't have any common affected to deal with as the hit is going in. And Bill is very carefully baiting. And the hits is gonna roll in. Rocket charge onto Zyme and landing a quad boom with a smoker missing and a jockey getting melted. Overall, a really good take by Team 5-0, and they are with that going to be able to push onto. But the smoker is looking for some sneaky pull onto Bill right. Not getting it. And that is the hit. And Smoker does land onto Francis right there. And a Charger landing onto Bill in just barely inside the spit. But the spit did get Bill. And overall a really good hit from 5-0.
Absolutely. I mean, 5MO was really worried about that smoker, and they were being very patient trying to pick it, but that allowed 5 Blakes to get up a charge spit in that area. And they hit when 5MO was just not ready for it, and that's why Bill took as much damage as he did. So very good job baiting out survivors from 5 Blakes. We do have another hit coming in here. Looks like that Boomer is going for an arc boom, just get a nice one boom on Lewis. We do have the Hunter land on Francis, but Spit unfortunately is not able to land on it. Jockey does get shut down.
And with that, with the one boom horde, the survivor is gonna push back into the bedroom where survivors usually take.
It's quite a dark room. Our apologies for the lack of lighting. Personally, I blame Sir Please for not adding it, but you know what are you gonna do. But 5 Blakes does have a Hunter Smoker Jockey Charger hit, a quad cap, a difficult quad cap to land in this area, but who knows? We do have the Jockey going and taking a little bit of shit. Pull does go out on Bill, and he does get pulled out. Charger lands on Zoe, and Hunter lands on Bill outside, and Jockey gets a nice cover on Francis. That's gonna be a lot of damage on Bill.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage onto Bill. I think Bill
do have another pause coming out from 5MO. Kiyomi just keeps crashing. Adam being an ally in chat and asking Sir Please to add a light to that room. Alright, chat. Hopefully we have a moment together now. How are you guys? What are we feeling? Are we excited for this match? Are we having fun? No! They keep readying up before you could respond. I love you, chat! Anywho, what'd you think of that hit, buddy?
I think that was really good distraction. I think Bill accidentally backed into a place where his teammates had a hard time clearing him from the Hunter, and as the team is running out, the Jockey did a good job at covering the Hunter, allowing him to do a lot of damage, and that is a in cap onto Bill right there with two punches and a stumble into Spit. That was a lot of damage on Francis. Very well done. A very well done hit by Team 5 non-Blakes right there. And yeah, survivors are picking Bill up. And looks like they are trying to push forward with this residual horde right. And we do have another hit coming up. You want to take it away, Blake?
Absolutely. We do have a Hunter Spitter Jockey currently in the rotation with Rails coming up right now as a Boomer. We are looking to see that Boomer spawn up, but does get nicely shut down by Shang. Jockey is coming in from behind, gets a nice jockey on Lewis, almost ledge hanging in, but Hunter does get skeeted by Kiyomi, and Spit goes through a shipping container and falls.
Interesting. I didn't know you couldn't spit there.
Reloading.
I didn't either, but you know, you learn something new every day. I would like to point out that very, very cheeky charger by Dole in the little bedroom area where you hold out the event. He charged the wall and soloed Francis into Spit. That was a very, very Galaxy Brain move, and I'm very proud of Dole for that. Everybody please clap for him in chat. But we do have another hit going in here. Smoker looking for a ledge hang on Zine, but he's unable to get it. That is going to leave a Charger Boomer jockey up for 5 non-Blakes. It looks like they are setting up to go relatively soon. Boomer does go in, gets a nice one boom on Bill. Everything else is spawning and coming up. Boomer, jockey does land on Lewis, and Charger takes the target. Alexi looking for another smoke, maybe a pull off, but he is not able to get it. Francis gets a shutdown on him. Overall, pretty decent take by FMML.
That's a pretty decent hit. It looks like, oh, Francis, I thought Francis crashed, but he's not moving right now for some reason, and they are pushing forward to get the tank. And it looks like their survivors are going to run back into the open area where they took the tank before on their home server, and we do have the tank up in the hands of Dull. Should we take it to the 5 non-Blakes?
Let's go!
What?
You lost.
Oh, that M2 is insane.
Okay.
Now we're throwing everything.
Yeah.
I was just going for a ledge play.
Should have, yeah, 3 cap, I think. Could be a smoker, yeah. They are playing him aggressive. Ish.
I'm just going and split them up.
Yeah, I think I can hang Bill here.
Think so? Want me to go in on it or what?
I think I can
About
just
to go, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, go Dole.
Okay, he's really smart.
That's what I'm getting at.
2 more? 1 more?
He needs help. Oh, he pushed me. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Yeah, let's help him.
He's falling asleep.
That's right. Damn.
And we're back. What a tank. Overall, it really, it was I think it was a really good tank by Dolomite right there. He was able to get 2 end caps and 1 or 2. I think 1 end cap. Actually, no, 2 end caps with and a couple more punches onto Lewis right there. And the survivors are running out of pills. Overall, a really good tank with really good support. And we do have this next hit coming in right here, being a 2-2. Jockey, Boomer gets popped, and Jockey and Smoker are getting shut down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I had to step away from it, but they clearly did have a pretty good tank, wiping out all of Zion's bonus, most of Shang's bonus, and all of Kiyomi's bonus as well. So if I'm 5 non-Blakes, I'm pretty happy with that. They don't have a ton of bonus to speak of, but they have enough to still be a threat, and it's really, really important that 5 non-Blakes takes out as much as that as possible, just so they can confirm that they can make even more. But we do have a hit coming up here with a Boomer Hunter Charger Smoker, so no charge spit, but they do have a Charger. Still a possibility for a lot of damage. 5 MO is taking this very slowly, very smart. It's okay to bait here. Smoker does go out, gets a pull on Lewis in the back. Hunter is going to go in and get Francis. Charger misses, but Lewis has been smoked for a long time, and that Boomer is going to proxy back on Lewis and Bill, and Smoker even gets a scratch on Lewis, so that's a great hit to their damage bonus.
That was a lot of... that chipped away 20% of their remaining health bonus, and I think it was like something like 30%? Over 30% of their damage. Oh no, sorry, my math is terrible. Over like 20% of their damage bonus right there. And the survivors are gonna limp towards the safe room with the Hunter Scratch going out onto Lewis and putting him down. And let's see if the rest of the SIs utilizing on that. And we do see a charger going and getting melted, and a spitter spitting on the down guy, trying to stop the pickup, and the jockey apparently got shut down as well. A really good take by 5MO, and Zoe is picking up Lewis right now as they limp, as the rest of the survivors limp in towards the safe room.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to be walking in with what... Oh, no.
Oh, what
They
happened?
do get an in-cap on Zyme with that boomer. I didn't realize he was that low HP. That really opens up for Five Non Blakes to pull something out. They do have a Smoker Hunter and a Jockey up, and they are going in. It is going to be a quick 2-cap, but they do shoot the alarm car as well. Hunter is going to land on Lewis for a bit of damage. Jockey does get shut down. Smoker is killed as well, but that's going to be a lot of Horde coming in. They better get him out quickly.
Looks like the Horde wasn't able to catch up with them. We do have a single charge going in and getting melted on their way in. And that is safe room for Team 5MO with a bonus of, I can't count, 140. Overall, a pretty good map.
Yeah, I mean, 5MO, they're doing what they need to do here if they want to win this game. They are just making a little bits of bonus at a time, just increasing their lead in the smallest, like, margin, which... that's fine. They don't need to be winning this specific game. They just need to win by 1,800. If they're going to do it, this is the way they're going to do it, and that works. As a reminder, though, this first hit is going to be a Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and Boomer. Five Non Blakes is taking this very patiently, baiting it out, just making sure that all the common are dead before they run out and try to take this hit. And it looks like we do have Bill pushing out now, maybe just baiting us a little bit more, but the Infected are not falling for it. Looks like they are getting ready to push out all together, though, as the 3 Uzis are out at the front. So he does push out herself, and it looks like everybody else is going to follow her, and the Infected are making the call to go in, and they do go in. Charger goes in, does not land on anything, but Lewis gets smoked for just a moment. K3, Francis just gets jockeyed for a moment. Boom does go out on Francis, but otherwise, a very nicely shut down hit by Non Blakes.
And the 5 Non Blakes are going to push forward, despite this Horde, because they have beautiful, beautiful green ping right there. Commons are used. Well, commons are a lot less scary on green ping.
They absolutely are. We do have this next hit coming up, though. It's a Spitter, Hunter, Charger, Jockey. Hunter is going in for a wall kick. It does land on Bill. Charger does land on Francis. That is a rolling tricap. Unfortunately, not in Spit. This is going to be a lot of damage on 5 Non Blakes with Lewis still jockeyed in the back.
That was a lot of damage, and Lewis is still jockeyed. That was a lot of damage coming out onto 5 Non Blakes with, now they have 2 survivors slow right there, and Rails was forced to commit to
Reloading.
that. Was indeed unfortunate.
That was heartbreaking to see. They just took so much damage there. They still do have a lot of bonus, though. And this tank is pretty killable without taking much damage, so they really just need to preserve the bonus that they have right now. And if I'm 5MO, just keep up what I'm doing right now. They do go for a pull out on Bill. Unfortunately, they're unable to get it. Hunter is in the back looking for a pounce. He is just pouncing around trying to scare the survivors a little bit. Boomer does get popped, though, and Hunter is shut down, leaving only a Charger. Charger looks like he's maybe going for a Death Charge here. He might be able to get it if he's fast, but he is not quick enough. K3 does get that spawn blocked. They are going to have a hit coming up here of a Jockey, Spitter, Smoker, Charger for this small room. That is not exactly an ideal hit for this room, but a charge fit with a, charge fit will take. Smoker is trying to get Bill there, but he's unable to get it. Spit goes in, kind of gets a little bit of damage there. Charger does go in, lands on Bill. Lewis gets pulled into smoke, so that was a little bit of damage. Pretty good for that area.
Pretty good take for not. Yeah, I agree. It was a pretty good take for 5 Non Blakes, especially how Dolomite was able to dodge the Smoker Tongue and jump onto the table to avoid the spit damage as much as possible. Even though Lewis did get pulled into spit, he only took they didn't actually take that much. And we do have a jockey coming in, trying to jockey Bill out, and we do have a pre-spit coming out, and a weird spread. And the Boomer tried to get a stumble on Bill, but did get it, but it was not in spit. Overall, a really good. Oh, the hits. The Hunter. What is Hunter doing? The Hunter is just chilling in the other bedroom right here, looking for looking to pounce maybe with the next hit right there. But with that, I do believe they are. Oh, that is not a quad cap. They have a Hunter, Spitter, Smoker, and a Charger. And as usual, we have Bill out in the door trying to look at the SIs, and they're not hitting yet. But the Horde is going to die with Rails being forced to commit another set of kills right there. 5MLs are definitely very patient.
They absolutely are. And you do see that with a lot of Asian and the that area kind of teams. They really do like to play patiently. But we do have this hit going in here. Hunter is nicely speeded by Rails, but that Charger does land on K3 and is able to get the down on him. As I was saying before, they so rudely interrupted me with a hit. You do see very much more aggressive play from American teams, where they're very much about running and gunning and skeeting. And Chat was kind of touching on this a little bit earlier, though. This game is like, mechanically you can be as good as you want, but if you don't have the good game sense, then you're not going to win. And I think it just is come down to play style, and I don't think either play style is better, like one or the other is better, playing aggressive or playing patiently, but it's just different teams playing. I don't know, they have it down better. But it does look like this Hunter is going to go in and land on Lewis and get a little bit of spit damage on him. Jockey is going to go in and get shut down very quickly, and Boomer also gets popped.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I'm reloading.
Do have our survivors pushing forward now. Looks like we are going to have a hit coming up of a Smoker, Hunter, Charger, and a Boomer. So again, no spit charge, but still the possibility for a lot of damage. They may choose to hold this for the tank spawn. What do you think they're going to do?
I don't know. They might try to keep them there. And there's a Boomer. That's a very nice shutdown by K3 right there. And with that, the survivors are going to push back into the open area where with only two spawns up. But they should be careful. They still could be devastating. And Hunter does land momentarily, and it was Smoker trying to very nice tongue dodge right there. But the Charger does land onto Francis. And K3 is going to be slow very soon, sitting at a 45 HP. And right now, the tank is in the hands of Kiyomi. Very nice curve rock on that ping. Very impressive.
He's tossing those rocks, and they're damn near hitting. That's... I'm 5 non-Blakes, which I'm the Blake of 5 non-Blakes, so I guess I can speak for them. I'm a little bit scared of that, but they are dodging them and skiing them quite nicely. We do have that Boomer going in, landing a 1-boom onto Dole. Looks like the tank is going to have to commit with this 1-boom. He is going for one more curve rock, not able to get it, so he is going to be going in. Looks like he has a Hunter and Jockey for support. Going right for Dole, the boom guy. There's not a lot of Horde on him. Horde seems to be coming in still, but he does get a very nice long arm on Dole. One more punch is going to take him down, and Dole is down. He is at 1500 HP now. Looks like that support is now coming in. A Charger's up as well. So he does get hunted. Jockey and Charger are coming in to try to help him. Jockey does grab Zoe. Rails does get down. This is going to be a wipe.
And that is the wipe. It was a very good tank played by Kiyomi right there, being able to get an early corner onto the boom guy, and the support was very on point. And that was, he got a, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he got a very impressive double punch as Zoe was getting up from the Hunter.
I think he did, yeah. This is looking really rough for 5 non-Blakes, but you know, it's pretty easy to say that they've probably lost this game, and the odds are that they have. But they're gonna fight it out. It's possible to come back from this, even if it's monumentally difficult. You can make a good bonus on map 3 and map 4. It's possible. So I'm excited to see this play out. I really hope that we can see a clutch win from them, but 5MO, if they do win, have absolutely played very, very, very well and totally deserve the win.
I agree right there. It's at this point right there, it's gonna be very difficult for 5 non-Blakes to get a comeback. However, it is possible, and I'm really excited to see how these two teams decide to play this out. As I said before, there's a lot of make a lot of bonus on map 3 and map 4 and possibly come back. And at this point, I believe Five Non-Blakes need to play this game very, very carefully and just taking every hit very nicely and try to survive tank fights with a really good bonus.
Absolutely, it really is going to come down to these tank fights because, you know, 5MO has been landing some very, very nice damage in terms of special infected hits. But really their main source of damage has come from their tanks. And 5 Non-Blakes are also really landing a lot of damage with their tanks. And so I think like that's a pretty common theme in Left 4 Dead 2, right? Is that like tank is really, really, really like really important. And that is where a primary source of your damage comes from. You don't see a lot of wipes before the tank. You see them after with special infected hits, and sometimes you'll see a special infected hit will do a ton of damage, but normally it's going to come down to that tank. But we do have the first hit up here for 5 Non-Blakes. It is going to be a Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Boomer. Looks like they all are positioned up top above the survivors. Survivors are being very patient, baiting out all of the infected that they can. Looks like they are pushing out now. Infected are still waiting for Francis to drop, maybe we'll get a little bit farther ahead. Whatever they're waiting for, they are waiting patiently. And it looks like they are now spawning up. Boomer does get popped. Smoker is unable to land. Charger gets shut down. And Jockey gets a very nice Jockey forward that nobody seemed to notice.
Overall, a pretty good shutdown, maybe except for the Jockey, which was able to Jockey kill me for 25 damage right there. Realizing that separation created by Charger, Smoker, and the Boomer, but the survivors are going to push towards the event area, and they did start the event with a hit coming in right now. Boomer lands a 2 boom, and the Hunter is on the rooftop looking for a damage pounce right.
Oh, that was so close to a damage pounce. They are going to be able to get not spit on it or a Charger because Surpley still hasn't fixed chest bumps. He hates.
That was indeed unfortunate. Had the Charger landed, had the Spitter landed, it could have been a lot of damage onto Belt right there. I believe I don't know actually. I thought they tried to get the stumble and spit. It's just that with the Charger, it's just that the Spitter didn't land and it didn't quite work out as planned. And with this next hit right here, we have a Hunter, Jockey, Smoker, and a Boomer, with a Boomer looking for a sneaky spawn down there, but does get blocked. And all SIs are spawning right now, and the Smoker did momentarily pull onto Bill and got insta-clear. And the Boomer does get popped, and a Jockey gets shut down by Team 5MO. And it looks like Team 5MO is pushing forward with the residual horde right there over this alley choke, and it looks like they are going to just chill right here, waiting for another hit to.
Reloading.
We do have a Charger, Boomer, Spitter, Hunter coming up just for this tank. It does look like the survivors are just going to play this very patiently, clear out the common, just try to take a hit here. We do have a hit going in. We do have a Boomer landing on Zoe. Charger goes in, does get I think there was a Charger. We do have the Hunter landing though in spit on Francis for a little bit of. I was there a Charger in that hit, or did I just imagine that?
Charger got melted as
there
was running in.
There was a Charger.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not crazy. We do have the tank up in the hands of the Rails Barlow. If we want to take this to a 5 Non-Blakes war room.
Let's do it.
I want you to hit so I can transition, yeah. Make sure you get the ones in the front. Ready?
I'm ready, yep.
Alright, start going.
Before I got there!
Okay.
Tank! Reloading.
I'd say maybe go for 1 boom hit and then see if I can commit with this. No, I'm just gonna have to go, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
I'm not gonna be able to find any kind of
That's
spawn.
alright. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push him to the right hand side with the forklift.
Alright.
Bomb.
Try to get a spot.
Fortunate. Server?
Yeah, that was weird. On lift, on lift.
That's unfortunate.
And we are back after that tank in the hands of Rails Barlow. Unfortunately, Rails was not able to get a lot with that tank. They are walking out of this with, a lot of bonus from the math that I can do from the spec cut. What did you think of that tank, Buddy?
Reloading.
I don't know. I think the survivors took it. The survivors took it really well, and it was indeed unfortunate for Rails missing not being able to get an early end cap with the hittables. The survivors kited the tank around pillars, around the pillars, and just dodging the hittables perfectly. And even though the support did land, the survivors were able to insta clear each other so that the tank couldn't do a lot of damage off. Overall, a really good take for 5MO. We do have a charge pick going on onto Bill right there, and getting 2 slam. That is a lot of damage onto Bill, and that is an in cap onto Bill with a tri-boom. That is exactly what 5 Blake needs.
Absolutely it is. That is a very, very big in cap. They still have quite a hefty bonus, but that knocks them down a fair amount. They're just going to have to keep working at it and really, really try to knock down this bonus so that they can stay in this. Because if they make it with the bonus that they have right now, I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from that. But for now, they do have a Smoker, Hunter, Boomer, Jockey. Tongue does get nicely cut by Kiyomi. Jockey does go in and get shut down. Boomer does get popped. Kiyomi cuts the Tongue again. Hunter does land on Bill for just a moment, and Kiyomi tucks the Tongue for a 3rd time. Very, very good job on hyping from Kiyomi.
Reloading! Reloading!
Reloading.
Those tongue cuts were insane.
Yeah, on 200 ping, that's ridiculous. We do have one last hit, possibly for 5 Blakes here, with a Smoker, Jockey, Spitter, Charger. Looks like they are set up for this early hit in the staircase, which I think is probably the best idea they can do right now. Charger is going to go in first and not land anything. Spit goes down on nothing. Jockey does get shut down, and Rails gets a quick instant pull on Lewis, but nothing really to speak of in terms of damage.
And with that shutdown, 5MO is going to make safe room with almost 600 bonus. Pretty big bonus for this.
That's really gonna be tough for 5 Blakes to come back from.
I definitely agree. At this point, it's an over 3K lead. So that's really hard for 5 Blakes to come. But it is still possible, I think. Is it? Yeah, I think it's still possible. Is this map?
With 2 insane bonuses on map 3 and map 4 and a wipe on map 4? Sure, possible.
Yes.
Likely, probably not. We do have the hit going in though. Charger does get nicely shut down. Jockey does land on Zoe for just a moment. 2 does go out. Smoker is at the front. Does get quickly shut down. So that was a good take by 5 Blakes. If they do want to come back, this is the start.
And with the 2-boom horde, the survivors are going to push forward into the event area. And are they going to start it with a hit coming in? Looks like they are just pushing forward into the holdout area right there with the hit coming in right now. It is a Hunter gets skeeted, and the Jockey and Charger are going in right now. And the Jockey did land momentarily onto Rails, and the Charger missed, and Spitter also missed. Overall, a really good shutdown by 5 Blakes.
absolutely. Like, this is what they need to be doing. They're taking little, like, tiny bits of damage, but really nothing that needs to concern them. And they can keep this bonus, which that's a tall order with a very long map and a tank that's not easy to take. They can come back into this and really be in this, but again, it's going to be a hard road ahead. They do have a Spitter, Boomer, Hunter, Smoker for this hit. Boomer is pre-spawned below Zoe, and she knows it. Pull does go out on Francis, who is a little bit too far ahead, in my opinion. Hunter does go down on him as well. Boomer does land on Zoe, and Spit goes down on K3 for just a little bit. Alexi got a little bit separated there, but they mitigated the damage well enough that it's not too big of a deal. We do have another hit coming up here. They have kept that Spitter. It is going to be a Spitter, Jockey, Smoker, and Charger. Looks like they are setting up, I believe, for the...
The alley?
Yeah, thank you. I could not remember the words. I was like stalling. The alleyway. Nope, looks like they are actually going to go. Smoker tries to get a pull on Francis, but is not able to get it. But there's a comment on him, and he is able to clear it regardless. Spitter does go in and die, so I'm not sure what they're doing here. Looks like 5 non-Blakes are now pushing.
Looks like they're pushing forward with only 2 spawns on, but I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, but like they do have a Jockey and a Charger, and it is possible, still possible to get a lot of damage here, but it looks like they are not. A Jockey going in, landed momentarily, and a Charger does go in, charges the wall, and landing 1 punch, and a Hunter does go in, and looks like, got chipped a lot, actually. Didn't land, got chipped a lot. Overall, a pretty good take for that rush right there, and the 5 non-Blakes are just chilling in this area trying to pick the Hunter, but the Hunter looks like is going to get the respawn.
A very, very good idea from 5 non-Blakes to push there. They knew 2 spawns were down. 5MO really rushed their hit clearing, and that's why they didn't get a lot with it. But they still do have a Hunter, Spitter, Boomer, Smoker to speak up before this tank spawn. It looks like they are going to be probably hitting. That Hunter is pre-spawned. Just trying to make some noise, scare the survivors a little bit, and they're being very patient. Looks like they did find extra pills and did give them to K3. And we do have everything just kind of set up around them all on top of them. And 5 non-Blakes are now slowly pushing their way forward, killing a little bit of commons, trying to make sure that they can handle anything. They do get a very nice skeet on that Hunter. Smoker does go up, try to get Zoe, but she does dodge it very well. Spitter goes down on nothing, and that Boomer is just waiting for this tank spawn. Does get nicely popped there by Rails Barlow.
Very nice pop, very nice take. Very nice take of the hit before tank. I would say that is exactly the kind of play the 5 non-Blakes need to be doing if they want to win this match right here. And right now the tank is in the hands of, I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Character guy.
Yeah, characters guy. And he is going to get this hittables, and it looks like a horde. They are trying to hit as the tank rolls in with his hittables. And we do see a Charger landing onto Lewis right there, but the tank does get the cross and is sitting on top of the roof, taking minimal chip and just looking at the survivors. Now the survivors are just LSing with the tank rock coming out and getting nicely skated by Dole right there. And the tank is just dancing around trying to keep as the SIs are trying to set up. And the Boomer is setting up to her sneaky spawn right behind the hittable right there. I'm curious to see if he's gonna land it.
I don't think he can spawn behind that. I think
not right now. Now he can, I think.
Wow, he really got that spawn. He does get the boom on Zoe.
Oh no, he did get the boom. And is the tank gonna roll in with that horde right now?
I mean, he's still first half, so he doesn't necessarily have to.
Yeah, he looks like he's just chilling. And he is going in with the horde basically gone, but Zoe is kind of separated and does, oh my god, lands an insane double punch and a single charge and a double cap, utilizing on that separation right there onto Rails and Zoe right there, and a Jockey does land onto Lewis. This is not looking good for 5 non-Blakes right there, and Dole does get in-capped by the tank, and the tank is going to get out, maybe? Yes, the tank is going to get out.
Oh, that was so unfortunate.
That was unfortunate. The tank was able to the SIs were just able to utilize on that giant separation right there and to land a monumental 2 cap onto Zoe and Rails, and that was indeed that was a lot of damage coming.
Reloading.
And
They are sitting on about a 500 bonus, and I think that's already less than what 5MO had. So even if they make this map this exact bonus, I don't think they can still. Like mathematically, I think they're out of it now.
yeah, it's like over 3. It's gonna be
Hunter's got Lewis.
it's gonna be like a 3K lead, and yeah, it's unfortunate with the charge landing onto Rails right there, and the tank is sitting at almost 2K HP with 35% frustration right.
This is not
And
going
oh, the
well.
tank is still on first.
He is recommitting to try to maybe get a miracle forklift there, and he is not really able to find anything. He's still at 500 HP. Jockey does go in, gets M2'd and shut down by Francis, and that is going to be a dead tank, but he put in the work that he needed to put in to make sure that 5 Blakes can't win.
That was a lot of damage coming out of that. It was a lot of damage. It was over. I think it was over 200 points. 200, like 200.
Oh, for sure. And I think 5 Blakes are going to play this out of respect for the other team, which, you know, I think any team should do. I think you should play out the matches, just for sportsmanship. We do have a hit going in here. Charger is going to land on Rails with a little bit of spit damage. I believe everything else was shut down. It is almost 2 in the morning, folks. I've been casting since 11. My apologies. I'm a little bit tired. We're pushing through. Just like the teams are, we're pushing through to the end of this game. We do have another hit coming up here. It's going to be a Boomer Hunter Smoker Charger. Boomer does come in, gets a nice 2. K3 accidentally shoots the car. We do have the rest of the SI going in here. Zoe, or Francis, excuse me, does get charged. Hunted, Lord. Bill gets charged and Francis gets pulled. Oh my god, I don't know who these people are.
A lot of damage coming out from the tube room right there as the survivors are linked in towards the safe room. And that was a lot of damage coming out from that hit right there. And looks like we have another hit coming up with featuring a Spitter, Jockey, Boomer, and a Hunter. And Jockey, and they all pre-spawn right there. And Jockey's going in with momentarily landing on Alexi, and everything landed on Alexi. And it was a lot of spit damage onto Alexi. Is that gonna make an impact? Nope, but he did take a lot of damage from that hit right there.
Bonus just got decimated.
Yeah, it was the bonus was mostly on Alexi, and his health bonus just got annihilated by.
Oh, this is really starting to hurt.
Lostrax is bringing up the good point that the 5MO are down 51 points because they got 51 too many points. We do see a hit going in here though. Oh my god! Dole getting a huge melee scheme.
That clutch.
That would have been a wipe if it weren't for that melee skeet. So shout out to Dole with that crowbar. My man's not playing around.
Okay, you're gonna be okay. I can get you back up.
Dole is a beast.
They are sitting on 0 bonus right now. Everybody has been incapped at least once. Rails is black and white, and one more hit is coming up here. There's a Charger, Jockey, Spitter, Boomer. Charger goes in, does not manage to find anything. Spit goes down on nothing. Jockey gets shut down, and that Boomer is just chill.
That was a sneaky spawn for the Jockey.
It was. Oh, my apologies. I just yawned very loudly and
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, it's
Shit, this just hurts.
This is really bad.
Gentlemen, it is late, but we are here with one more map of Left 4 Dead 2. We've got one more round of it, and then we can all move on with our life. Until then, me and Putty will be here with you, commentating on your beautiful game that I'm so tired, but As I said, I'm pretty sure Five Non Blakes is out of this mathematically.
There's not enough. There's not enough points on this map for them to make up the point.
Jeez, excuse me. We are just waiting on Kiyomi and Rails to ready up. I do believe we are setting the tank spawn. We are, yeah, Five Non Blakes is playing this out of respect, which I really appreciate. And not just because they're my team. I just think it's a very nice thing to do. We do have this first hit. It's going to be a Spitter Charger Jockey Smoker. Looks like that Charger and Jockey are looking to get a pretty early spawn, and Smoker is looking to pull Zoe out, maybe? We do have them pushing out. Lewis does block the Charger spawn. Zoe does get pulled out. Jockey goes in to cover that Charger and let him get the spawn, and he is able to do it, but the Charger does not land. Just gets 2 punches, so for 14 damage. Not terrible.
Overall, a really good take. It was a really good take for Team 5MO, just being able to insta-clear everything and just dodging the Charger, even on high ping right there. And the survivors are going to push through the corridor, and we do have an exit coming up, which is a Boomer, Spitter, Jockey, and Hunter. And Hunter is going right there, landing momentarily on Zoe, and the spit does land, and the Jockey lands onto Bill right there with that was actually quite.
Weapons here.
That was actually quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good damage going out on Zoe. It looks like the survivors are now just pushing up and are starting this event. Next hit is coming up. It is going to be a Charger Hunter Smoker Boomer. Like, you know, we saw this last time, but this is a pretty difficult area to land a lot of consistent hits in. So we do have this Hunter going in here, landing on Bill. Charger does not land, unfortunately. Smoker is trying to get something, but just cannot land. And that Boomer is still trying to find a spawn. It's a very, very good shutdown from 5MO. Putty, did we lose you? Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I'm here. And with the 5MO just pushing out a little bit the computer commons, they are returning back into the luggage carousel area under on the first floor, trying to take the second hit right here. And we have a Jockey, Hunter, Boomer, and a Spitter. It's a 2-2. Let's see what they can do with this hit. Jockey rocketing and landing onto Zoe, and a Boomer not landing the boom, but a Hunter does land onto Zoe right there with a tiny bit of actually that was not a tiny bit, that was a lot of spit damage landing onto Zoe right there, and Zoe is being forced to commit her kills. And with that, the survivors are at the end of the event, and they are going to push into will they be able to push past the choke? I don't think so. They are just taking their time clearing the residual horde right there, and making sure they don't have any more commons to deal with as the hit is coming in. And they are going to put onto the luggage belt right there, just taking their time clearing all the commons and baiting the hit at the stroke point. And we do have a Boomer, Charger, Smoker, and Jockey of a lot of potential to do a lot of damage. A 2-boom does go out onto Charger got melted, and a Smoker didn't land.
Altogether, pretty good take from 5MO. I mean, they are pushing to the tank spawn with the 2-boom up, so I'm kind of questioning that, but we do have the tank up in the hands of K3 if we want to run this over to a 5 non-Blakes war room.
Let's do it.
I don't want this Charger. We probably don't want that Boomer, right? Probably keep the Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, we got it.
Okay, if your spawn is Charger, I will not go.
Good charge, good charge.
Reloading!
I'm gonna go.
Okay. You might be able to get that guy, but probably not.
Yeah, we're gonna top him fast.
Yeah.
The guy who split here. Never mind. I should have him. Literally cannot catch him. This is ridiculous. And yeah.
Yeah, sucks we
Fucking-
landed on that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back from K3 and from the tank fight. Overall, a really good take from the survivor side. Unfortunately, the tank was not able to get an end cap, and the support didn't, unfortunately, couldn't help the tank out by much. And we see a nice shutdown on the spitter and the boomer right there, leaving only Jockey a charger up. I think they are sacking for a quad as the survivors pushing towards the safe room with a ginormous bonus of almost 700 points.
That is a very massive bonus, and they are going to be having a Jockey Hunter Charger Smoker for this final hit, so it is going to be a quad cap. They might be able to pull something out of their ass here and, you know, land a quick quad cap at the end just for style points. It looks like they are having that Hunter pre-spawn. It looks like they are starting to go in now. That Hunter is going to go in, try to get Zoe. Zoe does nicely shut down that Jockey, though. Charger goes in, does not manage to get anything, and I believe everything else is cleared in the back, and that is a shutdown from 5MO.
And that is safe room with that is safe room for Team 5MO with a massive bonus of 646 points. And I do believe that is game.
Yeah, they definitely will not be able to come back from this, especially now. But there's still one more round to be played. I would like to extend my congratulations to 5MO on winning this game. They played extremely well and are definitely proving why they broke a record last week. If there's any team to look out for that you might be sleeping on, it's definitely 5MO. For this first hit, though, we are going to be having a Spitter, Jockey, Charger, and Smoker. Smoker is going to go in and try to get something cheeky, but he's not able to land. Charger does get shut down, Spit goes down on nothing, and Jockey does get shut down as well. Smoker lands on Francis for just a moment, but does not get any damage for it.
That was a very nice shutdown from 5 non-Blakes right there. The Charger did get a very sneaky smart rocketing on the sorry, I am very sorry for that. The Charger did get a rocket stone on off the top and I landed onto the railings. And as he was trying to jump over and charge the survivors shut him down very nicely. And we do have another Charger coming in right there, and it's going to land onto Zoe. And we do have a Hunter still up, and Jockey is going to Jockey Lewis into the office.
That is a lot of damage for that area. That is so disappointing to see. I mean, it was a great hit by 5MO, though. Like, their F-side coordination has been really, really interesting to watch because they're not always necessarily landing at the exact same time, but they don't have to because they land in such ways that allows them to get more damage because they're landing separation caps, and it's just very, very impressive special effect play. If you want to take away this next hit, though, buddy.
Yeah, of course. And we do have a Smoker jumping in, and the Charger does land onto Dole with the Spit coming in and doing a lot, some considerable amount of Spit damage onto Dole, and that is indeed unfortunate. But they did get a very nice shutdown on the Boomer, though, and yeah, and Dole has decided to not pop his pills as for now, and we do have a next hit coming in, being a Hunter, Jockey, Smoker, and a Charger. It is a quad cap, and if I remember correctly, on their home server, 5MO was able to do massive damage, getting 3 end caps with 1 quad cap hit right there. And let's see if we can do the same thing right here. And, oh, that was a massive tri-cap right there with the Jockey jockeying Dole to end cap, and the Smoker pull onto Bill for a lot of damage. That was a very nice quad. That was a very nice hit right there, but by 5.
Charger narrowly missed Zoe for the quad cap. That was so close to being quad cap. And that's what I was saying earlier about like their infected coordination. It is really, really, really strong. Very impressive to watch. We do have a boomer going out on rails here. That is going to leave a spitter, charger, hunter. Looks like 5 non-blakes are taking it back just a little bit to clear some common before this tank spawn comes up. Looks like they, infected, are choosing to save this charge hunt spit for the lot tighter quarters luggage area, which I think is a very good idea. Charger does go in, is not able to land on Lewis, but a pull does go out on him. Hunter does go out and does land on Lewis, and Spitter goes in on him, gets a couple of scratches. We do have the last tank up of the game in the hands of Shang.
Weapons here.
I don't think I've seen a tank take this route before. He just jumped through a vent. Is now climbing over the luggage into the wrong area. There you go, buddy. Now you're getting to the right one.
Oh yeah, you can, yeah, apart from just jumping into the vent, you can also jump onto the luggage, but it's easy to get up top there.
We do have a hit going in. Looks like that jockey is going to get shut down. Charger is going to get absolutely melted, and Boomer is going to get nicely popped by K3. Looks like the survivors are just going to try to... Not sure they know what they're doing. Nope, looks like they are going to try to LOS. Looks like the tank is trying to land some sneaky rocks here. Zoe's getting quite aggressive on him, and there's a smoker behind her. If she's not careful, that smoker may pull her. She does back down a little bit, but going back for that extra chip, see if she can get any. It's not much. The smoker does spawn up, and it's going to get the pull on Zoe, and it's not going to get cleared fast enough. She is going to get cornered, and well, she is going to touch pretty far. She don't get kills, though.
No, she get kills. She did get cornered right there. And the support landing in momentarily. Oh, that was a very nice rock onto Francis right there. But the tank does miss a punch onto Francis, not being able to secure that in cap right there. But the tank still has a lot of HP, and it could still do a lot more damage.
K3 doing a very nice job of juking out that tank there and making sure that 5 non-blakes can at least make one last save for him. They are getting up their teammates there. K3 going for a little bit more chip on the tank. Tank looking like he wants to drop in maybe one more time. Maybe go for a drop rock. He is going to curve a rock down. Unfortunately, it's not going to land. We do have a charger going in here, though. He's going to go for rails, not able to land. Zoe is going to get pounced there. Boomer is going to try to get a boom, but Tank drops in on rails, and it's going to get a down on him.
And rails is going to black and white. That is Tank from 5MO. Overall, a really, really good tank played by 5MO right there. The support were able to land, and the tank was able to utilize the caps, when you use like the cappers, and just do a massive amount of damage during.
Absolutely, that was a shit ton of damage. Excuse my language. Harold's going to be so mad at me if he heard that. Rails is black and white, and Dolan and Lexi both have been down once. K3 is carrying the only health bonus left, as all of their damage bonus has been wiped out. Spit does go down on nothing, and Boomer does get popped very nicely. That jockey has now spawned up, but I believe it is just trying to make noise to scare the survivors. Looks like the infected are going for a quad cap. And looks like they just want to end this as quick as possible with that quad cap.
Reloading.
We do have that quad cap coming up here. It's going to be a jockey hunter, smoker, charger. This is not a very easy area to land a quad cap in, but at the very least, I think they should be able to get a kill on rails if they're careful. Nope, they do find close front, so he can.
And rails is fast again, and we do see the quad cap coming right now with everything rocketing down from the top. Charger does whiff. However, the hunter and smoker was able to land. A separation pull onto rails right there, and that was a good amount of damage coming out onto 5 non-blake.
I imagine we will only have about one more hit until 5 non-blakes are able to walk into the safe room. At this point, it's just for bragging rights to say that they made safe room on map 4. They do not have the bonus win, and that is okay. Again, I would like to extend my congratulations to 5MO. They played extremely well. And big shout out to my team, Five Non-Blakes. I think they put in a really, really good effort, and I'm very proud of them. And I know that this is not the end of for us in the tournament. Yeah, do you have any thoughts, Putty? Thoughts over the game as a whole?
It was a really great game to cast, and I will shout out to both teams for playing this map out very well. And I would like to extend my congratulations to 5MMO on winning their second game in the Quarantine Cup. And thank you for staying with us at this very weird hour at night. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.